Dear students, today we will start dictionaries in Python. In this section, we will see creating a dictionary, accessing elements of a dictionary, characteristics of a dictionary, dictionary operations, and dictionary functions and methods. What is a dictionary in Python? Dictionary is a collection of some key value pairs. That is, Python dictionary is defined into two elements, keys and values. But remember, here the keys will be a single element, whereas values can be a single list or list within a list and numbers, etc. Secondly, in dictionary, each key is separated from its value by a colon, and the items are separated by commas. That is, after giving one pair with key and value, you need to put a comma, and then whole thing is enclosed in curly braces. Here, creating a dictionary, you need to include the key and value pair in curly braces as per the following syntax. Name of the dictionary equals to, in the curly braces, you have to give here key and the value separated by comma, next key and the value, and so on. The number of keys you want can be given, and the data type of values can be anything, but the data type of key should be an immutable data type, such as strings, numbers, or tuples. So here in the following example, you can see that this is the key and this is the value, and this is separated by comma, and between keys and values we have to put colon. So here we have taken second key, then here third key and the fourth key. So in one dictionary we have taken 4 keys and 4 of that values. So here are the points mentioned which I have already discussed in the beginning. Next is accessing elements of a dictionary. In dictionaries, the elements are accessed through the keys defined in the key value pairs as per the syntax shown below. Here, name of the dictionary and the key. So to access the value for key defined as Karen in above declared teachers dictionary, you will write teachers, the name of the dictionary, and the key name Karen. So this will return sociology, because when we created our dictionary, there we had given 4 values, and in those 4 keys and values, one of the key was named Karen. So if you have given here, you want to access one particular key, so here you can use this way, name of the dictionary and the name of the key. So you get and return the value given in the key named Karen. So attempting to access a key that doesn't exist cause an error. Suppose the key named is not present in the dictionary, so that will give you an error. In Python dictionaries, the elements key value pairs are unordered. One cannot access elements as per specific order. Next is accessing keys or values simultaneously. To see all the keys in a dictionary in one go, you may write dictionary.keys, and to see all values in one go, you may write dictionary.values as shown below. So here a dictionary is created with the name D, and the key and values are given: vowel 1, vowel 2, vowel 3, vowel 4, vowel 5. So these are the key names. These are the keys, and the values are A, E, I, O and U. So if you want to see only the keys, you can give name of the dictionary D dot keys. So this will display all the keys: vowel 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. So here you can see that Python list keys are not in a proper order, not in ascending order, or the way you have given in the dictionary. It has not come in that way, because a dictionary is a unordered set of key value pairs. So if you want to see only the values, you can give the name of dictionary here D dot values, and then you can see only the values. It will return only the values. Characteristics of a dictionary. Dictionaries, like lists, are mutable, and that is the only similarity they have with lists. Otherwise, dictionaries are different type of data structures with the following characteristics. So as already we have seen that it is unordered set of key value pair. Unlike the string, list and tuple, a dictionary is not a sequence because it is unordered set of elements. Dictionaries are indexed by keys, and its keys must be of any non-mutable type. Each of the keys within a dictionary must be unique. Like list, dictionaries are also mutable. We can change the value of a certain key in place using the assignment statement as per the syntax: name of the dictionary and the key you want to change the value of. So name of the dictionary and the key in the square bracket, and then equals to whatever the value you want to change, that can be given, and that value will be changed in the given key. So these were some of the characteristics of a dictionary. Next is dictionary operations. So here in this section, we shall briefly talk about various operations possible on Python dictionaries. So the first one is traversing a dictionary. As we have already seen, traversing in list, traversing in strings and traversing in tuples also. So here almost the same way we will do in the dictionary. So traversal of a collection means accessing and processing each element of it. The for loop makes it easy to traverse or loop over the items in a dictionary. So here the name of the dictionary is D1, and for loop is used for item in dictionary, for item in D1, and that will process each item here. So in D1, one number is given, one string is given, and one tuple is given. So when you traverse for key in D1, print key and the symbol of colon and key of D1. So this will return a string, 1 and 2 tuple, and 5 is a number. So that way the output will come, and the output you see here has also come not in order, that is also in an unordered way. Next is adding elements to dictionary. So you can add new elements to a dictionary using assignment as per the following syntax. But the key being added must not exist in dictionary and must be unique. If the key is already existing, then statement will change the value of existing key and no new entry will be added to the dictionary. It means that no duplicate key can be assigned. If you put the key which is already there, then the value of the same key which is already presented will be changed, but no new key will be added in the dictionary. You can see in the example here a dictionary named employee, and the key and the values are: first key is name, second key is salary, and the third key is age. And if you want to add department key in this dictionary, existing dictionary, department equals to sales, and then if you see employee, it will add it. So it has added department here. So this way you can add an element. But suppose if you would have given the same key salary and given the value of salary, say 20,000, then it would have changed here only the value of salary. Here we have covered the next operation also, that is updating existing elements. So if you see next, updating existing elements, so that we have seen that how if the same key name is given, so then the value is updated. Next is deleting elements from a dictionary. There are two methods for deleting elements from a dictionary. First one is to delete a dictionary element or a dictionary entry, that is key value pair. You can use del command. So the syntax for doing so is given below. So del, name of the dictionary, and the key you want to delete. So in this example, employee 13 is the dictionary name and the value is salary, age and name, and you want to delete employee 13, name of the dictionary, and the age is the key here. So if you delete key age, then it will delete the age 24, that key and value both, and it will show only salary and name. But with the del statement, the key that you are giving to delete must exist in the dictionary, otherwise it will return an error. You can see here in the example there was no key named new, so it has given an error. Another method to delete elements from a dictionary is by using pop method. So here you can use with the name of the dictionary dot pop and the key which you want to delete. So example you can see here, the pop method will not only delete the key value pair for mentioned key but also return the corresponding value. That means after deleting the key, it will return the deleted value. But here see that if you give the name of the key which is not presented, it will throw an error. But at the same time, it allows you to specify what to display when the given key does not exist. So whatever the message you want to give, if the key is not presented in the dictionary, so that message will be returned when the key is not found. So here employee.pop new, and you have given the message not found. So new key is not in the dictionary, so it will return not found. Next is checking for existence of a key. So here with the membership operators in and not in, we can check whether the key is available or not available. So the example is given here, employee 1, salary, age and name keys are there, and we see age in employee 1, so it will return true because the key age is available with us in the dictionary. And if we see John in employee 1, so that will come in false. Same way if we give John not in employee 1, so that will return true because John is not in the dictionary employee 1. Next we will see dictionary functions and methods. So the first one is length method. This method returns length of the dictionary, that is the count of elements. As already we have seen in the string, list and tuple, the same way in dictionary we can count the number of elements, or here you can say that the number of keys in the dictionary, because key pair is one value in the dictionary. So how many keys are there? That can be counted with the len function or len method. So length of employee here is returned in number 3, because there are 3 keys are available: name, salary and age. Next we will see the clear method. This method removes all items from the dictionary and the dictionary becomes empty dictionary post this method. So when you give dictionary.clear, it will erase all the data from the dictionary and it will show you an empty dictionary. The next one is get methods. With this method you can get the item with the given key similar to dictionary key. If the key is not present, Python will give error. So here you want to see the value of a particular key. So in this example we want to get the value of department. So the value of department key is sales. So we have used here dictionary name employee1.get and the key name department. So it has returned sales. Next is the items method. This method returns all the items in the dictionary as a sequence of tuple. So in a tuple it will return both key and value. So here if you see dictionary.items and the example is employees, name of the dictionary is employee and there are 3 keys and values. So we have taken in another variable mylist is equal to employee.items. So here we have used for loop and it will access all the items from the dictionary and will print salary 10,000, age 24 and the name John. This also has come in unordered way. Next is the keys method. This method returns all the keys in the dictionary as a sequence of keys. Note that these are returned in no particular order. That always will be there because the output will come in unordered way. So here the dictionary name is employee and the keys are salary, department, age and name. So here we want to see only the keys. So we have given employees.keys method and you will get only the keys: salary, department, age and name. Next you will see the values method. So here the same way as there we have seen only the keys and here we will see only the values. So here dictionary is employee and the values are same: salary, department, sales and age and name. And here we'll see only values: employee dot values and the values are 10,000, sales 24 and John. My dear students, here we have discussed some of the methods or functions in the dictionary. One more topic, sorting techniques, is left from the same unit, Python Revision Tour 2, which we will complete in the next video. Thank you.